Right, so here we are. I'm going to start with just walking through the feet. So fan out your toes. While you're doing this, I want you to stand nice and tall. Think about your posture. Just bend your knees and really lift the heel as you move one side to the other. Really lift the heel off the floor. And then you just march your arms. So just marching through the feet, marching the arms, and just getting into the rhythm. I'm going to melt a little bit again today, but that's okay. That's okay. Just think of it as like a good old detox. It's just sweating. Okay, now bring your feet down so heels are on the floor. Feet underneath your hips a little bit more. Raise your arms up. Do a little squat and bend the elbows. So VW arms. Let me just, okay, sinking down. Inhale and exhale. So a few little squats here. Slow down. Try and get a little bit deeper into your squat as you go a little bit slower. Bend and raise. Just do 2 more of these with a nice big smile on your face, hopefully, and then release your arms, do a side bend. So we're going to reach one way, slide the other hand around the back of the body. Let's loosen off the sides, loosen off the shoulders, so we can start thinking about picking up those weights. So keep nice and still through the pelvis. Think about stability. Just gently flowing from one side to the other, going at your own speed. So keep drawing navel back towards the spine. Spine and pelvis in neutral when you come through the centre. And just do one more either side. Very nice. I'm sure it's very nice what you're doing. Okay, so raise the heels now, raise the arms. So both heels lifted, squeeze your shoulder blades back, float the heels down, float the arms with it. And again, so lift up, open the arms, squeeze and float down. Go again. So open. So remember to keep, say, drawing in through your centre, keep that core connected. Open and slowly down. Control your movement. Up and then slow down. Now lift a little bit higher. Come on the tiptoes. Raise your arms higher. And then as you're going to lower your arms. Turn to your right. Lower your arms and then lower the heels gently down and relax. So you're going to lift the heels, lift the arms. We're going to go to the other side this time. So you're going to lower the arms sort of at a diagonal, turn to your left, and then as you do that, just gently lower the heels down and relax again. So lift up, lower the arms, push them down, turn to your right, look, and then slowly lower your heels down as you lower the arms. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of rotation with our raise. So you're challenging your balance here. So keep drawing the navel to the spine, make sure you're supported. So challenging that balance, lower the heels as the arms come down past the shoulder line, yeah? So lift up, keep the heels lifted, turn, start to lower the arms. As your arms get to shoulder height, lower the heels and lower the arms. How's that going? How's that going for you? Is it a bit of a balance challenge? It should be. It's quite hard. Let's just do one more either side, lifting up. You should be starting to feel even more internal heat now. Lift, rotate, and then lower the heels, lower the arms, and relax. Just roll your shoulders. Good, well done. Okay, now lift up, opposite arm and leg. Hold it there, stay balanced. Now open your arm, open your knee. So think of a door on a hinge. Open and close, and then bring it back down. Switch sides. Stand tall, lift the arm, lift the knee. Open like a door on a hinge. Open your arm, open the knee, centre and down, yeah? So can you see that? If I go this side, lift up. We're opening to the side. That's even worse, isn't it? And down. Keep going, alternate sides, lift up. Open. Everything's still within the center. So again, we're challenging that balance. And while we're doing a little bit of hip and shoulder mobility at the same time. So there you go. Keeping that challenge there though. And again, just do one more either side. Lift up. You need to make sure all your joints are fully mobilized before you start picking up weights. And center, and then bringing it down. Just a little bit for your upper back. We're going to do a little dive forward, and then you're going to open. This one I will need to perhaps turn side. So you're going to dive it forward. Head goes between the arms, back of the hands, kiss, and then open out. Really stretch. So think upper back. So as you open your arms back, squeeze your tummy in. Really stretch. Forward and open. That's it. Just really rounding off the upper back. But we're opening the chest as well. Do it twice more. And open. One last time. Bring it forward. And open out. And relax. Good. Right, okay. If you have got your weights, pick them up. If you haven't, a water bottle will do the trick as well. I'm sure you've all got those. Obviously, it'd be helpful if you had some water in it. Right, okay, so just letting the arms hang down by your sides. We're just going to do a little hammer curl here. So bring your weights up. So your forearms are parallel to the floor, and then open out, elbows in. Slowly close, and then bring it down. So it's a hammer curl, which is holding the weights like this. Open and close. So you've got biceps on your hammer curl. So biceps, and then you've got shoulder rotators, shoulders and upper back as you open out. So lift and open, squeeze, take your time. Always control your movement with your weights, never sort of throw the weights around. Control your speed. So lift, squeeze, bring it in and down. Lift, squeeze, in and down. 2 more times. Nice and slow. Open out. Bring it back in and down. One last time. And in, and then just bring it down. And just flip your palms round and just do a bicep curl. And then you're going to rotate and you're going to do a press overhead. Come back down in reverse. Turn and lower slowly. Don't let the arms swing back. So again, bicep curl up to the shoulder, rotate and push overhead. And then just trace that line back. So curl, rotate and push overhead. So the whole time, navel to spine. And just try and get that movement to now flow. Lift, knees are ever so slightly bent. Keep your tailbone tucked in. Just again, really working through the arms and the shoulders. Press overhead. Okay, next one, you're going to hold, do your shoulder press, and then bring the weights to shoulder and hold it here. Do a little squat down and push up. Now come onto your right tiptoe, and then the left one. So as you stand, take the weight into one leg. Just come onto your tiptoe. All right, now you're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. So right tiptoe, left arm, and then switch. Okay, so tiptoe. Now, if you can, lift your opposite foot off the floor. Bend, rise up. So if that's not available to you for balance reasons or anything, just keep coming back onto your tiptoe. Lift up, so you can stay here with it. Lift. Should be feeling this in the shoulders, depending on your weights, of course, how heavy they are. If you're not feeling it yet, you may want to increase your, your weights. Oh God. Concentrate, Rach. See, if you lose your concentration a little bit, it all goes wrong. 2 more. And 1 more. Woo! And bring it down and relax. Good, well done. Okay, Next one, you're going to take a split stance. So right foot forward, back onto your left tiptoe. And then I want you to slightly hinge forward here from the hip. So we're hinging, we're not rounding the spine. So left leg is behind. It might flip round on the camera. And then we're just going to lift that left leg up and down. So squeeze into your bottom cheek. Can you see that? Left leg coming up. That's it, squeeze and down. So left leg, now lift your right arm. So opposite arm and leg. So just lift your arm up and down. Lift. Yeah, can you see that? We're just coming forward with the arm. We're slightly tipping forward. Your supporting knee is slightly bent. I'm just going to do 12 on each side. 7, 8, keep going, 9, 10. Last couple of times. Okay, stay here, so the right foot is forward. Bend your right knee a little bit more. All right, now I want you to bend your elbows and then extend your arms back together and then trace that back again nice and slowly. So you're going to pull, extend the arms back, in and back down. So try and look at the floor. Now you're going, look at the floor in front of your toe on that front leg. Say about, I don't know, a foot, maybe a little bit more in front of that front foot. So you've got a nice long neck. Most of the weight is still staying in that front leg and you're up on that left tiptoe. Squeeze, so you're doing a little row, and then extend your arms back, bend and down. Okay, what did I say? 12, didn't I? So just do a couple more. Lift. I can't count in this heat, okay? That's just really asking too much. And then bring it down and relax, okay? Let's go to the other side. I can really feel that in that supporting leg. Right, left foot forward, right toe behind. So just start lifting, so hinge from the hip, start lifting that right leg back, squeezing it back now. We don't start counting until we bring in that opposite arm, all right? So when you're ready, lift and lower, just like you did on the other side. So hold your navel to spine. Watch also what's happening on that supporting leg. Don't let your arch of your foot collapse in. Try and keep supported. Lift and lower. 5. That's it, keep going. Lift, supporting knee slightly bent. Oops. 9. A bit more counting on the 10. 2 more. 11. And 1 more. And then bring that down. So stay in the same sort of stance, but bend that front knee a little bit more. You're on the ball of the foot on your back leg. Hinge a little bit more forward. We're going to do the same thing again. So you're going to row. So elbows come behind the waist. Then extend. As you extend, flip your palms up. And then trace that back slowly. Yeah? So elbows come behind the waist. Extend. Turn your palms so they face upwards. You see that? Tummy in. And then reverse it. So pull, keep a nice long neck. So again, looking a foot or a couple of foot in front of that front foot. 12 times or whatever you can. If you want to do 8 or 10 again, you know I always say that. You do whatever is best for you. So row, extend and down. Row, flip the palms up. That's it. So row, extend, in and down. And again, if you haven't got weights, a couple of tins will do. Just get the movement going. And last couple of times. So you're really working into the shoulders, the back and the triceps now. Oh, sweating, melting, and relax. Come up. Give your shoulders a little roll. Put your weights by your mat because you need them for the floor. Okay, and we're just going to circle the arms back. Release the shoulders. Circle your arms. Bring your arms out in front. Go one arm forward, one arm back. And sweep it round. Other side. So alternate. One arm going up, one arm down. Windmill your arms. So start and finish in front. This might take a bit of practice, coordination. One arm up, one arm down. And then reverse. Okay, very good. And then both hands behind. Do a little squat. Rest the hands on your lower back, squat down and lift up. So again, sending your knees towards your toes. Now don't go too low, keep your hands resting on your lower back. Yeah, so my back's not rounding. So bend. Okay, hold your bend. Lift your right heel. Lift the left heel. Keep the tummy in and then stand up. Do that again, take it down. Lift the right heel off the floor. Keep in a squat, lift the left heel. Take it down, stand up. Do it again. Squat down. Lift one heel at a time. Your hands are still rested on that lower back. Right, if you can lift both heels, go for it. Both heels up. Hold it. Heels down and squeeze up. Okay, do it again. Sit down. So you're either doing one heel and then the other like we've just done, or try lifting both heels. Challenge your balance. Okay, push up and heels down. So lift the heels, bend. And stand up, heels down. Lift the heels, bend if you want to do both. So that's another option for you as well, to lift the heels before you go down. So lift the heels, bend the knees. Push up through the balls of the feet and lower the heels down. Or you can stay with the other two options that I just showed you. Okay, one last time, whatever you're doing. Nice and slow. And push, and heels down, and relax. Give your arms a rest. All right, get ready for the floor. Melting. Grab a quick drink, okay? Whatever you can. Grab a quick sip of water. Whatever you've got, juice, tea, anything. Just keep the fluids coming in. And remember what I've said to you in the classes in the past. It's best to keep sipping water rather than gulping loads in one go. Keep sipping it and it goes more into the body. Righty-ho. Let's make our way to the floor with a nice little roll down. And have your weights by you so you can grab those. All right, okay, here we go. Reach up, breath in, breathe it out, roll it down, squeeze the tummy in. Walk out onto your mats, lower the knees gently, and then let's just do a cat-cow stretch to start with. So breathe in to prepare, and then breathe out, just gently pulling up through the centre as you drop the chin down. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, and then lengthen your spine out, long, long, long. Okay, and do it again. Squeeze the abs in, tuck your tailbone in, drop the chin, nice stretch. Oh, that feels good. And lengthen out. Dip the back slightly. If you're watching on replay, you could always pause the video and do that little weight section again if you wanted to, by the way. So if you didn't feel like one sort of round was enough, repeat the weights again. And lengthen out your spine. Right, okay, let's just do a little bit of opposite arm and leg. Make sure we've got stability through the centre. So, neutral position, long spine, extend your leg out behind you, bring your opposite arm up and just hold that balance. Hold it there, breathe, stay still. Right, try closing your eyes. Does that make you a little bit wobbly? Yeah, okay, just stay there, just breathe, just balance. Find your centre. Thumb is up on the lifted arm and your toes are facing down on the lifted leg. Breathe. Okay, open your eyes and bring your hand and knee back to the floor. Let's do the other side. So keep a long spine. Extend that arm and leg out. Make sure your eyes are open to start with. Just find that balance. Breathe. Hold your position. Okay, now close your eyes. Close your eyes. Breathe. Do you go a bit wobbly when you like go whoa when you close your eyes? Or you're just fine, you're just really stable. Hold it there. Just keep breathing, focus on your breath. And one more breath in and out. Open your eyes, bring your hand and knee back to the floor. Good, sit back and stretch. Take the pressure off your hands for a moment. Okay, lay flat down on your front. Take your time to come all the way down. And your arms are going to be in a W position. Feet apart. Let's just do a little bit of back extension here. So for this one, as you breathe out, just shrug the shoulders. Make sure your centre is connected still, and then you lift your upper half. Keep your elbows lightly pressing down and the back of the neck nice and long, and then slowly coming down. And sort of try and feel movement in your shoulders. The shoulders sliding up towards the ears, and then as you lift, the shoulder blades are moving away from the ears. Create space, feel the muscles work. We're not putting any tension into that area, we're just trying to get the movement to happen first. Remember what I keep saying about mobility first, and then you add the strength in afterwards. So find that movement, and then bring it down. Breathing out, when you lengthen out through the crown of the head, try not to grip with the bottom cheeks. And last couple of lifts. Okay, so just for the back and the shoulders. And then just relax before coming up onto your hands and knees. So press yourself up, bring your knees in underneath you, and just do a nice little walk to the right. So walk your hands around to the right, stay on the hands and knees, so walking round, and just drop the chin down slightly. Feel that lovely stretch down the left side. Breathe into the rib cage. So think about breathing wide into the ribs. And then slowly walking around to the other side. Walk around as far as you can go. How does that feel compared to the other side? Drop the chin slightly, breathe. Stay there, just let the body adjust. Okay, very nice. Come back to the center and take a seat on your bottom. And then we're going to pick up the weights. So grab your weights. Just have them either side of you and sit nice and tall on your seat bones. Do a couple of half roll backs, just leave your weights there. Breathe in to prepare, and then as you breathe out, you're just going to gently tuck underneath, squeeze the tummy in, and then lift and open out. Really open your arms. Hopefully you've got space. And as you go back, just close your arms, scoop the tummy in, and then sit tall, open your arms. So think about really moving the arms as far back as you can when you sit tall. Stretch, reach. That's it, go back, close your arms, and then open out. Okay, just do that twice more. And one last time. Okay, reach for your weights. Okay, as you go back, you're just going to lift your arms up. Just turn your palms down, and then just come up and sit nice and tall. So go back, just lift your weights, turn your palms down, and then you're just going to do a little row back. So you're going to push your arms forward as you go back, C-curve with the spine. Try not to hunch the shoulders though, and then pull back. Just bring your weight sort of chest height. Can you see here? So we're here, and you're going to push forward, but not too close. Don't bring the weights too close. Keep them apart. And as you pull up, it's just a little row back. Keep your elbows up. So push forward, and then pull back. Good. Breathe out. Breathe in, keep going. I don't know how heavy these are 3-pound weights, 1.3 kilograms. So go back and pull. Keep going. One more time. Go back, pull it up, and relax. You don't want to do too many to stress the shoulders. Just want to feel that. Can you feel that in your shoulders? All good. Really good to strengthen the shoulders to give that joint stability because you've got the strength there. So put your weights again on the floor either side of your mat and now lay down. Nice and slowly roll it all the way down. Okay, good. Sticking to the mat. Right, so feet flat on the floor. I just want you to, without the weights, first of all, raise your arms overhead, nice breath in, and then breathe out. You're just going to do a little curl up here. And again, inhale, come down, reach your arms, exhale, curl up. So again, when you're using weights, try not to sort of consistently work one area. So we work the shoulders on that last little exercise. So now we're still working the shoulders, but without the weights. We don't want to create tension, we want to create strength and good movement through that particular joint. So mix it up. Okay, one more little curl up here. And then rest your head down, relax your arms for the moment, and then you're going to go into a light imprint. So again, squeeze through the pelvic floor, imprint the spine, lift your legs into tabletop position. Good, okay, and then I want you to just tap your heel down. So alternate heel taps here, keeping your back on the mat. Tap down on one side and then the other. So again, just really pulling into the lower abs, make sure your back doesn't move. If your back moves, just reduce the size of your leg movement until you can hold it a bit stronger. Okay, so just going to do one more tap either side. Breathing out, tapping down, and breathing in. Okay, and then hug your knees in for a moment, and I'll explain the next one. You're going to grab one of your weights, and you're going to hold it either side. Like so, okay, and then bring your legs into tabletop position again. Elbows are going to be slightly bent as the knees are bent, yeah, and as you tap one heel down, you're going to take that weight overhead, but try not to let the ribs lift, and then bring the knee in and the arms in, and then switch sides. So it's only a sort of short movement, it's not very far, but as you take that weight overhead, you should feel like your ribs are going to flare up. And I want you to resist against that, just by using the abs a little bit more. Bent arm pull over with the heel taps. Keep your elbows in, and let the elbows flare out to the side, keep them in. Oops, I've lost the plot, that's it. Exhale as you tap down, inhale as you bring it in. And whatever you do, don't drop the weight on your head. Okay. So hold tight. You should start to feel this. Last 2 times. Tap down and up. And one more. And bring it up. And then before you do anything with your weight, step your feet down. So you've got a nice solid base. Bring your weight towards your abdominal area and then take it off to the side. All right, never sort of struggle with the weight over your head or anywhere like that. Okie dokie, right. This time you're going to roll over onto your side. So bring your weights with you. Roll over onto your side. Lay in a nice straight line. It's a nice straight line. Stack the hips up and get comfortable. Everything's all sticky. Right. Lovely weather. Okay. So stack the hips up. If you're a bit wobbly like this, because we're going to be moving this arm with a weight. If you find you're a little bit wobbly, bend your bottom leg underneath you. Okay. So I'm going to do the move first without the weight, so you know exactly what you're doing. So you're just going to raise the arm up so that your arm is above your shoulder and then lower down. That's all it is. So lifting and lowering. And I want you to start lifting that top leg at the same time. Not too high with the leg. Just going to lift the arm and lift the leg, yeah? So that's the move. So I want you to do it, make sure your arm isn't going all the way over here, not with the weight, okay? It just goes to your shoulder, all right? Otherwise you could injure your shoulder if you're not careful. So take your time, ready? We've already done the move, it's exactly the same. Lift the weight slowly, lift the leg, just so your hand is above the shoulder and then down. So your knuckles are facing the ceiling. Breathe out, lift, breathe in, down. So keep drawing the navel to the spine. Like I say, if you're a bit wobbly, bend your bottom leg. All right? And we're only going to here with the arm. We're not going over here, okay? Don't do that. Even if you feel like you want to, just don't. Okay, just 12 times. Lift and lower. I think we're on 10 now. I've been trying to keep count as well. 11 and 12. Right, hold your weight nice and tight. Bend both knees a little bit. Lift your arm back up to that start position, and then you're going to bend the elbow. Bring your weight towards your sort of cheek. Don't drop it. So your elbow is high still, and then extend your arm up. And then go again 12 times if you can. 2. I'll keep count on this one. 3. Nice and slowly. 4. Slow on the way down. 5. 6. Halfway there. 7. So you should feel this in your up bicep and tricep. 8. 9. There's no strain on the neck like this either. 10, which is quite nice. 11 and 12. And then rest. Put your weight down, bend your knees. Well, they're already bent, so that's okay. Just make sure you're not going to kick your weights or anything. So top leg is going to go straight. We're going to bicycle. Ready? So fold your knee in, extend the leg forward, flex the foot and squeeze it all the way back. 12 times. Inhale and exhale. So what's happened to your center? Is that still connected? Watch this top shoulder, keep it away from the ear. So get the movement to flow. Just like you would if you was on a bicycle. We're exaggerating the move though. I'm going to obviously slower. Two more, I make it. Stay strong. When you finish this last one, take your leg back into a thigh stretch, quad stretch, front of your thigh. So bend the knee and just hold on to your ankle if you can. Whatever you can reach. And just gently push that top hip forward. Are you feeling a stretch? Front of the thigh hip. Okay, very nice. Right, release. Come up onto your elbow. Where are we for time? Just better. Oh, crumbs. No, go on to the other side. Crumbs. Onto your other side. I've got to be careful not to go over too long because it's a real pain to edit the video if I do. Right, so again, we'll just practice that movement on with the without the weight. So just lifting the arm. And so this is really important because if you take this arm too far over your head, you could hurt your shoulder, and that's the last thing I want you to do. So the hand is just going so it sits above your shoulder, knuckles facing the ceiling, top leg is lifting, breathing out to lift and breathing in to lower. Right, grab your weight. Let's do 12, okay? Here we go. So slow. 1, 2, 3, not too high with that top leg. 4, 5, 6, halfway there. Slow. 7 with control. 8. 9. How does that feel? 10. 11. Make sure your weight isn't too heavy as well when you do these ones. And 12. Okay, right now just lift the arm. You can bend your knees up a little bit here so you're a bit more stable. And then just bend your elbow, keep your elbow high. Bring the weight towards your cheek and then extend up. 12 times, okay? 2. Breathe out, lift. 3. 4. 5. 6. So where I've been getting you to do a lot of shoulder mobility work, 7, 8. We're doing a lot of work with the weight today. Last 2. Control that downward phase, and 1 more. Bend slowly and then just put your weight to the floor. And relax. Good, right. Roll over onto your front. That's all we did, isn't it? Yes. Onto your front. And no weights for this bit. Just going to lift opposite arm and leg. Okay, so. No, we're not. We're going to bring the weights down by... Oh, my goodness. Just don't take any notice of me. Right. Okay, we're going to bring our hands down by our sides with our palms facing up. We're going to do dart. So... But we're going to bring the feet together if you can. If you have any sciatica sort of problems and you find this is aggravating that, keep your feet apart. Don't squeeze the heels together, all right? Right, so otherwise, heels together. Squeeze them. Turn your palms in. Slide your hands down your legs as you lift your upper body. Breathe out. Hold for a breath in. And then breathe out, lower down. Palms open up to the ceiling. Breathe in. And then breathe out, squeeze everything together. So breathing out as you lift. Hold your lift. Now breathe in to the ribs. And breathe out, lower down. Relax your heels and relax, let the palms open up. Do it again, heels together. Stay connected through your center. Lift up, breathe out. Hold it. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower down. Lovely, keep going. Squeeze, heels together, inner thighs pushing together. Lift, slide your hands down. Really reach your hands along down the sides of the legs. Breathe, and then open. Open the heels. Go again, so contract on the way up. Keep a nice long neck. And then release on the way down. Do it again, nice and controlled. Breathe out. Feet stay on the floor for this one. Don't lift the feet. You just want to watch that lower back compression. So try not to lift the feet. Keep the legs reaching away from you nice and long. Okay, very nice. Do 2 more. Lift up, squeeze, hold it. Breathe. Lower down. One last time. Breathing. And lower it down and rest. Give your hips a little wiggle. I just realised what I've forgotten. Come up onto your hands and knees. We didn't do that bicycle, did we, on that side? Sit back. There's still time. Okay, come up. Go back onto the side that you just worked. So just lay on your side, because you should have just flipped over anyway. Let's do bicycle. You can tell the heat's really getting to me, can't you? Right, okay, top leg in. Extend and squeeze it back. I was thinking, I knew there was something I'd forgotten. In. Okay, good. Getting it together now. We're only human, aren't we? Let's face it. A melting human doesn't function very well. Not in this house anyway. And squeeze, that's it. So nice breath in, make sure you're stable. At least I didn't forget it altogether. I got there in the end. And actually things like this is more like being in class, because I quite often forget things in class, don't I? And I'm like, oh, I'll wait for one of you to tell me. And when someone says, oh no, we haven't done this one, Rach. I've lost that. 2 more of these, just 12. Probably lost count as well, never mind. And then go into that thigh stretch, quad stretch. So hold your ankle, haven't forgotten this bit. Breathe. Oh dear, I bet you're glad you came, aren't you? What's the time? You haven't got long to put up with me, not for not much longer. Okay, very good. Right, release. Come round and grab your weights. Put them either side of you, and then you're going to lay on your back. But I want you to get them ready first, because I don't know how heavy your weights are that you're working with. So if you're slightly heavier, I don't really want you doing it, moving them when you're in position. So you've got your weights ready. So you haven't got to like be doing this twisting and trying to pull weights over. That's not good. Okay, so we're all prepared. Trying to work you safely, because I'm not there to see, so doing it as safe as I can. Right, so on your back in a neutral position, and then go into a light imprint. Lift your legs into tabletop position, and you're going to bring your elbows to the floor, knuckles facing the ceiling. Right, you're going to do single leg stretch. As you stretch the leg, you're going to push your arms up so the hands are above your chest. Bend the knee, bend the elbows, your elbows kiss the floor, and then when you switch to the other leg, as you extend up again. Yeah, so you're going here, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Press up and bring it down. Right, just relax, step your feet down one at a time. Pick your weights up. Let's do the same with the weights now. Okay, so knuckles facing the ceiling, elbows are on the floor. And then you're going to pick your legs up into imprint. All right, and here we go. Extend the right leg, push both arms up, breathe out. Breathe in, and again. So again, when you're using weights, if you just practice the move a couple of times without it, it sort of builds good technique as well. Because your brain is sort of like geared up to do this move. And then when you pick up the weights, you sort of already know what you're doing, so there you go. Doesn't hurt to do a few moves without them. And nice and slow. So don't let the arms completely relax. Your elbows are just lightly touching the floor. If you want to go a little bit stronger with this, if single leg isn't enough, you might want to go double legs out. You must be able to keep your back on the floor though, remember. So if you can't keep your back down, please stay single legs as you were, all right? Got another 4 to go if that helps you decide. Or you might just think, it's too hot today. I'll do double legs another day. And then slowly bring that in, and you're going to relax. Step the feet down first, and then carefully bring your weights to the floor and rest there. Right, bring your feet and knees together, arms away from your sides. Slowly roll the knees one way, head the other. Draw the navel to the spine, and then come back through the center. Switch to the other side. And back to the center. Good, nice and slowly. Over. And center. Okay, bring your knees back to the center. Feet, now adjust your feet so they're apart, and bring your weights onto the front of your hips. Okay, so your weights are resting there. Right, we're going to come up into bridge. So instead of peeling the spine off the floor, I want you to just lift the hips straight up. Squeeze the glutes, toes are down, and then lower down, and we're going to go lift and lower. So we're going fast, fast-ish. Breathe out, lift. So you're resting the weight on the front of the hips. So you're just lifting that extra weight off the floor. Yeah, so squeeze the glutes. Keep your pelvis level. Breathe out, breathe in. And again, your back, you don't rest down completely, so don't let all the weight go onto your back of your hips. Just your back, literally it kisses the floor and you lift up again. Down, up, down, literally kiss the floor and lift again. Now watch your neck, don't let it tighten, keep your neck nice and long. Squeeze and lower, squeeze and lower, this sort of pace, squeeze, press up and down, push. I don't know if you can hear the music that I got going today. Oh, it's gone off. Squeeze and lower. Last two. I think that's my cue to stop, quit while I'm ahead, and lower down and relax. Right, take your weights away from your hips now. Palms are just going to face up, and I just want you to do a couple of normal bridges where you're just peeling off the floor, breathing at the top, nice long neck, and then breathe out, roll it down, and again lifting up, squeeze, and roll it down. Oh, it's the time anyway. God, that went really fast. There was a couple more I wanted to do, but I've run out of time. Big squeeze up and roll it down and relax. Good. Right, if you just take your right ankle and place it over your left knee, open the knee out to the side, lift your left foot off the floor and just relax here for a stretch. So you can link your hands behind the thigh if you wanted to, or you could just keep that away. Make sure you don't strain your neck if you're reaching between the leg. Step the feet down to the floor one at a time so we can switch sides. And then lift the other side, feeling that stretch across your bottom cheek. Breathe. And then stepping the feet down one at a time. Roll over onto your side. We'll do the rest seated. And then take your time, come up slowly to seated position. So if you just bring your legs out to the side first of all, we need to stretch the arms and everything as well. So legs out and then just walk your hands forward as far as you're comfortable to go. Point your toes up to the ceiling, relax the back of the hips down, lift the chest slightly. Remember, you want to reach the crown of the head away at a diagonal, you don't want to be all hunched over. And then over towards your right leg, just reaching down as far as you can go comfortably. Stay on that side, that same side, and just bring your hand to the side and then go into a side bend. That's it, very good. And then just come back over that leg again, just reaching over the leg. Walk your hands around the front. And we're going to go over to the other leg, just leaning over the leg. Keep the leg straight. You want to keep the leg straight rather than bending the knee and reaching further forward. And then stay on this side, bring your hand to the side, and then do a little side bend. Okay, and then coming up, just bring your feet in so you can sit more comfortably, or you might want to stay like that if you're comfortable at home. Touch the back of your neck with one hand. How's that going as well? How's that going for you? Are you managing to reach a little bit further? We're using this hand to pull back a little bit so we can just stretch the tricep where we were using the weights. And then we're going to switch sides. Touch the back of the neck. And then release your arms down. Reach behind and grab hold of one wrist. Sit really tall. So just grab hold of the wrist on one side. Turn around. So I'm grabbing my right wrist with the left hand. It's just sort of sitting there. I'm not pulling it or yanking it. I'm just sitting up really tall Yeah, I've got my right hold of my right wrist. Turn around again, sit tall, and then I want you to tip your head to the left if you've got the right wrist, or vice versa. Okay, you feel that stretch down your neck and into the shoulder. And then just release, and then grab the other wrist. So I'm going to grab my left wrist now and just sit tall. Breathe, smile. You're at the end. Tilt the head to your right if you've got your left wrist, or the other side if you've got the other wrist. That's nice. Right, and release your head back to the centre. Roll your shoulders round a few times. That's all you need for that. Make sure your weights, you're not going to kick one of them as you come up. Move them to one side. Come onto your hands and knees. Do a little cat-cow stretch, and then we're going to come up to standing, okay? So pulling through the front body, up towards the back of the body. Stretch up and breathe. Lengthen out the spine. Just do that 2 or 3 times. See how that feels now. Okay, and then one last time if you're still moving with me. And then release, and let's just slowly bring ourselves up. I'm not going to hold a downward dog today. I'm just going to slowly come up, walking the feet in. Let's hold a little forward fold with the knees bent, and then we're going to roll up the spine. Not doing a downward dog, too hot. And then bring your head up last. Okay. Reach your arms up, breathe in, and then breathing out. And then again, nice breath in, and breathe out. And then just take a little swing now with your arms. Create that nice bit of breeze that we're all looking for. It's not here, is it? Create your own. Just swinging the arms round. There we go. And there we are.